Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV's Alliance Raid for Crystal Tower. So, with that, we will continue on where we left off. Luckily my wrist still ain't bugging me, so I am in the clear. Feels like it wants to act up, but it can't, so it's a win-win for me. Kiko back, I love Kiko. But if I remember right, we just finished the Cypress Tower? Cypress Tower? Yes. Yes. I'm not a New Game Plus, am I? Well, luckily we're flying through the sky, believing. Oh, I can't do it yet. Well, you know what? I'll do one. I'll do one better. I might not be in it, but I can still fly over there. Look at my dragon horse. It's a freaking huge horsey. I know most people will be like, "Oh, Demon, that's such an easy mount since you could do it by yourself." It's like, yeah, but it's kind of hog. This works out. Oh, I'm just glad I got all my stuff done. The only thing I couldn't do was cut grass yet. It's not as though I'm forgetting something important, but for the life of me, I can't remember what that something is. I can only imagine, Gra. All has happened within the tower. God's preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am certain. There exists myriad kinds of void scent. The more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. Tusina Zandi sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I'll not lie to you, Master Garlean, the situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends are still alive. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Unai. I don't remember what her name was. We share the same mind, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them fulfill their mission, and a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years, and besides, cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zondi's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Ah, Gra, ever since meeting Unai and Doga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true. It's all well with your eye. I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me the truth of our eye rests with Alag. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Raha. However, some of the odds we must try to save Unai and Doga, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. Nero make mischief? God help us all. You're at the right of it, though we have known them but briefly. Doga and Unai are comrades, we cannot fail them. I shall consult experts and literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are to act. I would ask that you all be patient when dealing with the void. One cannot be cautious enough. I thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. You'll say them yet, Hydaelyn, mark my words. My favorite thing is not one person mentioned Nero until it was Sid. Like, Gra's like, yeah, Unai and the other guy, he friends, we must save them. What about Nero? It's like, who? Even on one red eye did not have the most pleasant of childhood. You know what they say, children can be cruel. The end result being that I grew up determined to undercover the truth of the trait. Much and more yet remains beyond my knowledge, but one thing is certain. The nearer I draw to the heart of the Crystal Tower, the more I'm convinced an important memory eludes me. Get her down. Oof, that was a good yawn. Ah, Dean, it's good you come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Unai, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back to our last foray into Cypress Tower, if you will. Calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zondi. But you, Hydaelyn, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a covenant binding with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Uin labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift to drag the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Unai, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zondi's order and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We don't only can stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gates would open only for Unai and Doga, so too will the tower heat only those with the royal blood of Arlog. It is a most galling design, granted. This was not always as vexatious, according to the elegant tombstone Nero presented us. During the Golden Age of Arlog, royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Aemon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal's tower. But we do not have either this art or with any royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift with which cloud darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zondi's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice, but then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know that one of the ways of the predicament: rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm. Seal this rift shut after them, and mercifully, not all of our news is quite so bleak. Just true, we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Cycrus' power for our own purpose and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Go kick his ass. We have heard this possible from a man of the Summoners Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. Master Garlean working to create said portal. The final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. I ain't just the woman you need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all the parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garlean, how fare your endeavors? Quite well, the device is nearly ready. Though attaching the dam within the Sacred Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides, and do hurry, Hydaelyn. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to Crystal Tower? Get it in. You have anything else to add? That's my friend. We must go to the 8 Sentinels. Okay, I fly. I got a fly dragon. This is still a neat mount. I could see why a lot of people wanted this. What player doing? That person's mining. I thought I heard the mine. Or I should say the pickaxe. I think that was the only like gatherer thing I ever did. Actually, I could look that up real quick for you guys. So, yeah, I have a 41 blacksmith that I quit doing because I found it to be boring. It just got to the point where I got sick of it. The miner was fun, though. I enjoyed the miner. Until I made all my money get that casual stuff. It was amazing. Pretty easy, too. I was surprised how fast it was to get stuff. As G filled you in on the plan, ID, and opening up that void gate will be a real feat for the Ironworks. I'm worried about what comes afterwards. I've never heard of anyone going through a rift, let alone coming back. I don't relish the idea of getting stuck there ourselves. ID, I bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Cycrus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friend, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal, then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. There's something in this, Graha. Why does my character look like she's checking out Sid's ass? After Zondi's throne, how mighty have fallen. Hey, once its system of laws art and power, now it's nothing more than an empty chair. What is that look? Just imagine if Allegan civilization had lived on and just the Emperor still sat on our throne. How different would our world be? How much further would we advance? Oh, unfortunately, no stopping Zondi and his ambition. Oh, God. Actually, that's a good point, because like, again, learning about the history of the civilization, it's actually really neat, because you sit there and go, oh, so their empire was great, this was the seat of the power, and then they became complacent and they couldn't figure out how to do anything. It sounds a lot like Rome. I think a lot of countries mirror this as too. Like, everybody reaches a pinnacle where they just become content, and with that contentment comes laziness. Laziness breeds a lot of things. It's really sad. And then you have people who dream to go back to time where it was this amazing again, and it's like nobody knows how to get there because they lost their way. Not everybody agrees on it anymore. There was those who tried. Zondi Lord Dominion left no one unscathed, unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon a people. Warriors young and brave took up the sword against Alok. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warrior of lights in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Alok's hut for the kill, Zondi lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zondi desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power, held within Dalamud, be emptied into Sycris Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Sycris was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. Fourth Umbral Calamity. I learned of its cause from Unai and Doga. I have no idea that the rebellion cited Zondi to rashness, though. Elegant history is astounding, girl. Why a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Yet, 'tis strange, though I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Ah, yes, Biggs. Are you ready? Ready and raring to open that void gate, Chief. We reckon when the machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Igris, so just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Preparations complete, everyone step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what that machine can do now, Biggs. Hog. Shouldn't we all be moving away from this? Ah, Rift to the World of Darkness. As Unai called it, splendid work, Master Garland. Can't break the out to me just yet. Tough horse still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As for the Sons of St. Canuck, this rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Please eye to him, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with, but there's none other more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. That character acts like it's all casual. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Hydaelyn? There's a matter of import we must need to discuss here. You leave. Am I the only one worried that we're just all gonna walk away from this and just not one person's gonna be worried that, hey, you know what, something might come through that gate? Am I the only one? I'm the only one. Hydaelyn, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, this is a strange trait seen only among Allegan's royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. Sanguine hue must have something bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? Truth, the more I learn of the crystal, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones have wrought a great change in me. I can soon to remembering something ancient but ever so important. My father's words echo in my mind, the selfsame ones his father told him. The truth for I rest with Alec. Mayhap what I wish to remember, and these words are related, mayhap not. But I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through the very end with mine own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. My thanks, my friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness, save our comrades and our realm. We're going into the world of darkness. We're gonna go see Jesus. Actually, wait, no, it's darkness. We're gonna go see Lucifer. He's gonna be fun to play with. He a nice friend of ours. We're all gonna die. What do you mean too far away? I'm on the opposite side, you son bitch. Look. Kapuya, same space. Bite my ass. Alright. So as I said before, I'm gonna try to look for some people playing this. It might take it a little bit. I'm gonna also be gonna go through the options settings and see if I can turn down the effects for people's abilities. I definitely want to do that because I'm kind of worried that I won't be able to see anything again like I did last time and it ended up getting me killed. Yes. So, jump cut for you guys and we'll be right back. Alright everybody, so hopefully this means we're getting in. Oh no, somebody withdrew, we'll be out. Oh wait everybody, we go, we come back. Let's see, that person's over there, they must be talking to, was it Doga and Unai? Although I did figure out where the effects are at, so I have it set to limited. So hopefully that means it should be a little bit less what's the word I'm looking for? Chaotic. While we're playing this, and I can actually see when he does his one attack. Oh, I keep forgetting to say hello now. I've seen this person. This person was the person next to us trying to play too. That's neat. Everybody got cool armor. That's just terrifying looking. Get her going. Get her going. Alright, let's sit there and see. It shouldn't be that bad of a thing. I rewatched it to get like an idea of there was one mechanic I wanted to double check on, and because I double checked it, I was like, eh, you know what, I'm already here. Might as well just make sure I don't forget anything. I was like, oh no, I didn't. I'm like, I'm good. Pretty much just watch out for AoE attacks. I'm pretty much in the clear. Ow. Ow. It hurts. It burns. I was actually getting ready just to run over there because I was going to kill that bitch, but, you know, the game tells me no. I guess I'll follow what it says. Sacrifice ninja. I'm going to run over here to my friends so they can deal with this. Yeah, do that, do that. Get them mad at you. They're angry at me. I don't want to die. I kind of follow the principle that if you're the tank... Oh god. I hope you're able to just get all these things off of us. It's your job to make sure this is done right. Alright, team's not doing too bad. We only had one guy die. I don't know how. Oh, I'm on the edge. Not too bad, not too bad. This one person's just like, I want to get the hell out of here. I know that look. Oh, I know that look. That look of I wanna get out of this fast. I wanna do my daily thing and leave. Oh, that's funny stuff. Now, I pretty much know how this boss fight goes, so it should actually go pretty easily. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on this side for once. Stay on this side for this one, and then move to the light side on the next. Oh, get out of that. The person should just stand still, everybody should run. The person didn't run. This is one thing I do like about that ability. It just sounds like, it reminds me of Final Fantasy VIII whenever you're going through the inventory. I'm assuming like all the games have like a similar noise or a similar sound when you're going through the menus and stuff, but it's just, that one just reminds me of it so much. Okay, that, oh crap. I think I got hit. Oh, I dodged it. Oh, there's the Lord Jesus Christ, thank you. Oh no, I didn't know. Alright, I gotta step on the light side this time. Alright. I'm in the clear. Up, run out of that. I'm gonna keep my thing aimed down pretty close to this. I never actually see it when it does that ability, so I never see it. Okay, do my mortal gaze, then turn around. Good to go. Everything's not doing too bad. Lion C is kind of getting its ass kicked, but you know, it's kind of expected. Alright, so we have the light attribute on us right now, so the next one we gotta worry about is we want the darkness one again. It's 17%, this is doable. Okay, because we're doing the fire glass thing. Okay, we want the darkness one this time, right? Right on that. Oops, I didn't even take that. I actually want to kind of stand next to him just so if this happens again I can kind of get out of it. I feel like everybody's just trying to kill him instead of the other stuff. Maybe I'll join in on attacking him. I figured everybody was going to go for the hourglasses, to be honest, but if nobody wants to go for it, I'll just help out with him. Okay. Clear. Nah, if I had to do one, it don't matter. Okay, good on that. Yeah, that didn't go too badly. That's pretty good. I didn't die. It's a positive. It's always good to know when you don't die in this, because it means you're doing something right, which is really neat. Oh yeah, and I also turned down their volumes for everybody's effects. Instead of being at 100, I have it at 85 now. Alright. That was the only thing I really was worried about, so I might actually go back to character configuration and put it back to show all. I'm fine with being able to see everything. My only issue is just not knowing how that was going to work out. I actually don't remember this boss. I don't think it's that hard because otherwise I would remember something that would be more important to worry about. Maybe it's the one that has like a lot of AoE attacks. Oh, the game is gonna have AoE attacks. Oh. What are we waiting on? There's a couple more players. Oh, I guess everybody wants to start this up already, so. Pummel the forgetting the gates, my darlings. Oh, is this the one with the gates? That's right, that's right. Alright, so we gotta kill the gates before they spawn in their ads. That one's gone. It might get one ad in. Yeah, I got one ad in. One ad's not bad, though. It's pretty good. No, there should be one more. Oh yeah, we gotta do this again. That one in the middle is the one I don't like. There we go. Alright, I think we got everything. Good. I keep wanting to use this ability. I miss my Imperial arrow. Thing was Pog. Actually, there's one thing I am gonna quickly do. What's that at? I think it was under character configuration, UI settings. Which one was that? I'll mess with this when I get time. I don't want to mess with this right now. I actually wanted to turn some of the notifications off that I was getting because it tells me about certain abilities that I can't use. If I remember right, they face him north. There's only a couple abilities to really worry about with this boss. I think it has a fire attack we have to dodge. Yeah, that one. And then it does have an ice ability that can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but pretty much... I don't think there's much you have to do on that front. Oh, him. Yeah, we gotta stack up on him. I helped them out. Oh yeah, we gotta kill the heads. Pretty much I'm just gonna do this. Can't dodge that AoE, but you can basically stop the drag from being able to do anything. Actually, I think it just regrows the heads, to be honest. It's kind of funny. I'm actually keeping my eyes open for that blizzard attack. I'm waiting for it to hit. Oh, that one hit. Okay, I think it did say you want to kill these before they go off, otherwise they cause large AoE damage. Poison slimes, you want to kill them before they group up. What's this? Okay. Oh, that's that ability, I'm out. That's the one that freezes your ass if you're not careful. Alright, doing this real quick, give everybody that. Light breath. Yeah, it's not that bad of a boss. Actually, now that I turned that player effect stuff down by like 15 points, it suddenly is a lot quieter game. I'm actually in love with this now. Alright, this should be done. GG's. Alright, coffer A already got looted. Anything interesting? Now, I always notice that it's always putting those things that are so stupid. Always those ones. Alright, the next one I think we're fighting is... I don't want to spoil it. Oh, I love this Peloton ability. It's such a nice ability for increased speed movement. Oh yeah, this is the one we're fighting. Team A will go left, Team B will go center, Team C will go right. And then when one of these things glow, you gotta get next to it. Actually, if I remember correctly, it said you kind of want to stand next to him. Because of that. Hello, daddies! And then one of these will glow and just stand in it real quick. Oh. Somebody should be up there. Where's the standing thing at? There she is. Oh, I remember that thing. That spinny attack's a pain in the ass. Bite my shiny no ass. Oh, I'm gonna stand over here. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. I wanna live, Jesus. Ow. Okay, this thing should come up quick. If somebody stands on it. Either side. Some team. Team? Team? Yeah, I didn't die. Lols. Nobody's looting this. Yeah, I always notice there's always these healing ones every time. I always see healing stuff. It's never not healing. Say hello to our big friend. I think he's called Cerberus. Cerberus. Whatever you want to call him. He's a friend. Created dog. I like my puppy. Although I don't know who's gonna be who. A, add, B, body, C, chains. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I'm just gonna keep hitting tab while this goes on so I know if there's an ad coming in. Oh, gosh. Nope. I'm out. No wolf spane, killing it. I think somebody just died. Yeah, I'm not going in there. I'm doing what my job was told. I was told to kill ads because I'm in Team A. So I'm gonna do what my boss told me. Team C handles chains, we'll just keep fighting. Love it, bitch. So like I said, I kind of follow what I get told to do. If somebody tells me that my alliance is going to do something, I'm going to follow what my person told me to do. Because anybody who like goes out of that norm and decides they're gonna do their own thing, that's usually where a lot of the problems get placed. Oh, I'm out of that. Because all it'll do is it just causes more problems for the team, and I don't want to do that for them. Oh no! Thank God I still had sprint. Thank Jesus Christ. That's what I highly recommend. Like if you play with a group of people that tell you like what to do, just do it. Don't argue. Don't question it. Usually they somebody's trying to do something to help out. Oh no. I don't know what those two sparkly things are, but I'm just gonna stay away from them. Oh no, we almost have this. This actually ain't that bad. Oh, I broke those chains again. I mean, we already have it almost dead, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, nobody cares here. Yeah, there you go. It wasn't that bad. I knew even if I got hit, it wasn't going to kill me. I figured we were already done. Look at that, another healing one. It always heals one. I'll never understand that. That's so weird. Oh, I forgot to do my Billy. There you go, everybody. Faster run. Now, I don't think there's another... I want to say there shouldn't be another ad fight. Yeah, there we are. Alright, I'm going left. I noticed, I'll say this much, a lot of this boss's attacks would be like center based. There's only like a couple abilities you actually gotta like step away from, but for the most part it's really not that hard of a boss. They kept it pretty simplistic since it's still it's still like Realm Reborn content. They don't start getting creative till later ones. Those later ones are fun though. Like I said, a lot of people probably don't... I assume there's not too many people making content just based on the story alone and showing in the fights. So, I figured I'd fill that void up in case anybody ever wants to watch it. I just hope Square Enix never comes down on me hard for doing it. Oh no! Oh wait, that person's got to keep running. I'm going to hide in my corner because I'm assuming it's going to keep chasing them. They didn't know. Oh, it's right there. I'm going on the left. Now, is this when she has the one stuff come in? Yes. It's actually kind of cool. One person actually did run to the far one, so it saved a lot of us from having to do that. I always do that myself. I always get ready to like go to the furthest one. That person better just keep running. You don't stop. You run like a bitch. That's all you do in this. It's fun. Is this when she has the cloud storm thing? Oh, she does. Okay, so you actually gotta go around killing these things. Now, you won't see me do it, but if you actually just stand in front of these things, it'll actually give them a heavy debuff, and then you never have to care about them again. I'll get to this one. Has everybody got the others? Excellent. Excellent. Good teamwork. Good teamwork. Oh, that's the big one. Big one actually needs to get killed. I gave this one heavy. See, this will be the heavy mechanic where it kicks in. It stops it from being able to move, so you can just kill it like this. Okay, everybody's got that. I'll stand in this one just to help out. Because the other reason why you want to keep killing them is if it actually is able to get any of them, it will increase... I think it's at a damage up buff, or when it uses its ability, it'll get a damage up. Can't actually remember. I actually don't want to use my damage thing that's up right now, just because I feel like it's not worth doing. Oh yeah, so it was for that ultimate attack, so it does extra damage. Okay. I'm gonna stand in this one. I see who joins me. A couple people from each side. Not bad, not bad. Okay, do that, do that. I'm not gonna use my abilities again. I kind of like saving them. There's a big bitch. It's her particle beam. Yeah, she pretty much only has that particle beam attack. It's actually really easy to dodge. I'm surprised they even did this. I feel like they should have gave it an extra, like, ability. Maybe one that does a side attack. That's just me, though. I ain't gonna get this attack also. Na 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 na. I would say my player accommodation. Let's give it to one of the healers for once. I haven't done healers for a while. As for loot, what we got? Demon bracers of aiming. Now, did I can't remember. Got that. Keep doing this. That. And did I get the Puff of Darkness last time? No, I did not. Okay. So there's 3 of us trying to get this stuff. So I kind of want the Demon Bracers of Aiming because that is under my Archer stuff. Now, I probably will never get all the stuff for it, to be honest. Then it's a lot of undervalued stuff. Oh, I got the Puff of Darkness, Pog. And I got the Demon Bracers, Pog. I got a minion. And I got a player competition. Woo! Ah, my legs. Where in the 7 hells are they? Without them to stem the energy in the tower, defeat of the Cloud Aids are cost little. Doga, Unai, can you hear me? Nero? Why should be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? I don't blame you for missing my company. Hit the 12, are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Unai has simply passed out. Hero, by the gods, what happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. Cloud of Darkness was bound by Zondi's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Elegant royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other void scent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. I was taking out my actions for kindness I've used for you and yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Where? Oh, you're exactly where you think you are. It's a pain in the ass. But no, you are safe. Our friends have come for us. Yay, look, we're friends. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there's yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Oh, that bitch came back. Oil, you have dared to challenge me, and now must feel my wrath. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. I think you missed. Are we so truly so powerless here? As long as we fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. And yet, though we may have not been able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, which the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Zondi's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between Crystal and this foul place once and for all. Hydaelyn, Graha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? 'Tis madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. Ha! Is this trick of your blood? You too gain protection from Zondi's blood. Gratia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. 'Tis a gift you inherited, Grata. You have been granted authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alec that was, to that a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age could be no coincidence. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan, not as you are now, but your royal eye speaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. But how should I use this light, pray tell me? Dab. Let's gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Rahad, though its effects will be but ephemeral, will bolster the elegant presence within you. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny, all with a royal eye, are bound by fate to Alag. Part in this journey is to bury Zondi's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Unai and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. Know that as long as there is light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. Miro just sitting there going, I wish I had this. That's how my hurt feels sometimes. Just leave us as well, Nero. I'm sorry we cannot live up to your expectations. I must return to you. What is yours, though? You dropped it whilst defending us. We seek by this issue may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Noga, Unai, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Idahe, Nero, let us quit this place. Shall not escape me, imprudent children of light. I will dab on you. I mean, you can't hit Graw to begin with, you dumb bitch. No, you shall not escape us. Here Zondi's blood-stained dreams of glory end. There, the glint of light. It grows faint, then the bridge between realms grows fragile with covenant's annulment. That light dies, we are stranded here. Hurry. Nero, no, you must move. Leave me. I don't need you. If I die here, it'll be because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I'll not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. Do what you will, but remember me, son of Alag. I am Nero Skava, the man who will outdo Alag and Garland. That was what you hoped to. His eyes go in ham. May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn ya. He's telling us to go, just go. I must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. But how did those damn clones did it after all? Now onwards. Ah, gotta go, Nero, go, run fast. It's like the end of Halo. You owe me, Nero. The hells I do. Returned unharmed, thank the gods. The void gate started to close. I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We're running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you're all sick, Well, Unai and Doga, they're not. They decided to stay. They dabbed. They won. I see. I will miss two of them dearly, but I am happy they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must still attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. 'Tis not true, my friend. Unai and Doga have trusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good, then let us put it into this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambros, but please, give us a moment to rest. I am weary to the bone, and Nero and Hydaelyn are both emerged from long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Conquest Find. Oh, you conceded in the world of darkness, Hydaelyn. That and the 7 other, or actually no, other 23 people we had. With that I could have been of more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Unai's blood. If I remember what I wish to. Yeah, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebears' dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things now. It was not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There is something small I must do before I return. Wait a minute, that was a wrong animation. They made it look like my character was getting ready to like do a small, to go off into like a smallish jog / run, and then they walked away. That animation was wrong. It's pretty bad when I've played this enough that I can actually see that. Could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer. I mean, alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. I wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Finally, it is time to see it realized. We're back. What the hell is that? Somebody tried to make it look like they're Louis-Wa. Oh, that one's actually kind of funny. I like that. That's actually kind of neat. I'm just gonna run back. Look at my little horsey. I don't even think it can go wee snow. I think it goes ree. It'd be cool if this thing could breathe fire. Golden flames. Oh, that was a good yawn. That was the next level. Fly. I love the music for this thing. Although that looks really broken with the way my character... They should just put reins in this. Alright, so it's only Rambros. Not express how glad I am to see you return safely, Hydaelyn, and what the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, and let us free ourselves from the specter of the Alligans. Trust your rest, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Let me summon the others in here and fool what happened beyond the rift. Jesus got angry. That's all I can tell you, bro. Alright. Throw that up there. So the Alligan eye that runs in Gra's line does mean the royal blood flows in the veins. I suppose it's not so odd to think forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood and for what purpose? Yep, all this was fate, from discovering Tower to Gra gaining Unai and Doga's blood. Has Gra said anything for that matter? Where is Gra? What of Nero? I'm not sure about a resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he vanished since, I cannot say. Knowing him as I do, I don't believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Why didn't you say Gra stayed behind the Crystal Tower? I wonder if he now prepares to seal the place off. Master Rambros! Master Rambros! Says Gra, sir, he came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. What? Why would he do such a thing? I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gate. Suppose it's possibly he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask for your guidance. Very well, let's go and speak to these researchers and get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garlean, Knight, please come with me. No doubt Gra means to seal up the Crystal Tower, but it worries me they do not breathe a word of his plan to us. I mean, I trust Gra. I mean, I assume that he's just doing it because he doesn't care anymore. He just wants to seal it off. That's kind of stupid. First go we. I actually will say that's much. There's one thing I do like about having one of these horses. It's the fact that it's so much smaller in width that I don't have to zoom the hell out. Think global quest level 3. Get my little horse and go nay. Although I will say it has been kind of enjoyable going back and playing through this one more time. It is a fun alliance raid. I find it to be more enjoyable than most. It's probably honestly my favorite. At least between all of them. What in the world was Groth thinking demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course, he wouldn't tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, miss. I am certain of it. Yeah, of course he will, because he knows I'll kick his ass. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of mind to seal the tower, Gra? I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come on, man, what is this nonsense? If all is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Unai and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Allah, or rather, 'twas there the wish I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Zondi's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alok, looking to the Crystal Tower, but was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the only man of Alok's royalty outlived the Empire, the Princess, Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alok's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted most, the man that was my forebear. For millennia, we waited. Alok's art and ingenuity faded, our royal blood grew thin. Before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of this all returned to me. And now I must fill the wish of the ancients. The Tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Grant, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology advanced as Alok's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the workings. Hell, we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you said, Sid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights of Alok, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Amon did, and put the tower in a deep sleep? What? You cannot mean that. I am deadly serious, Sid. The tower may be used once men rival the Allagans in tech and knowledge. I will slumber with Cypress Tower until then to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus will the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. Future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside the doors. Go create a future where hope reigns and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will change your mind, will it? I want to show a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. Catch up with Alar, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wade. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking Graha, then you're in for a rude awakening. Should we witness snow as a compliment? Pray keep alive our successes, forgive us of our failures, and may we meet again, my friend. I'll keep you. Until then, Rambos, I look forward to learning of your exploits, and you, Hydaelyn, I know history to remember you, no doubt. Your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. Well, I must rest. Calling so much has put me in a mood for sleep. Well, my friends, I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. Pog. Crystal Tower slumbers again. 'Tis too quiet for my taste. By Sid, I must put all this at my back. Possibility beckons. I am bound to follow. New dawn has come for me. Now, is that the end of New Game Plus? Not yet. We still got to talk to Rambros one more time. Okay. I think we only have to talk to him one more time, and it's pretty much over. It's kind of cool. As I said, I will make this an extended episode for you guys to watch. The main reason being is just because it's very close to the end, and as I said before, I really want to end this already. So I can maybe go play like Stormblood or something on my own time. Because that's the only bad thing. I've been getting an itch, and my itch is to play some more of the story so I can kind of get an idea of what the hell was that? The hell was that? Where'd a freaking puss go? Damn, that spooked us. Oh, it made me spooked me a little bit. I was like, what the hell was that? You just missed Sid Hydaelyn. There's much needs his attention if he is Filgra's wish, it seems. But this is not the end of Noah, no matter how lonely St. Canuck's find has become for our friend's departure. We must all walk in different sections now, or different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future, lit by Gra's beacon ceiling. The Crystal Tower is but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. Alright. Playing the Crystal Tower quest series. By speaking with CL at St. Canuck's Find, you can accept a quest that allows you to trade items obtained by repeating Crystal Tower line trades. Alright, Gratia is not about. That perhaps is a good time to share it. I recently returned up a curious page from a report you see. I believe it will be of interest to you, though it's somewhat crumpled. The contents are legible enough. Bunch of crumpled report page. Oh, well, I have it right here. Unless you wonder, I under some crates while I was cleaning up a tank. Gods know how it came to be in such a place. Judging by the contents, originally the final page of the report, which Gratia penned on our foray in the labyrinth of the ancients. Said Port has long since dispatched the motherland, but it would seem our friend chose to omit this page in the end. As to his reason, well, let's touch upon that afterwards. I don't think I ever got to see this. Sorry. This concludes report on foray into labyrinth ancients. In closing, it must be noted that the brevity of the adventurer's combat records is due to the fact I was not permitted to accompany them, thus rendering me unable to provide a detailed account. The inability to observe is scarce, so requires mentioning it defeats my purpose as an observer. As a sanctioned representative of students of Baldician, it is imperative that I present to witness the adventurer's efforts to overcome the structure's defenses. Therefore, beginning with the impending investigation of Sacred Tower, I shall insist that for all subsequent forays, I am granted a place amongst the adventurers in the van. Alas, when investigation resumed, matters soon took a troubling turn with the evaluation of Alexander Emperor Zandi not only lived still, but was determined to see his dark covenant consummated. So much at stake in the mystery of his eye further weighing upon his mind, I dare say Gratia felt it best to set aside personal desires. Thus did he choose to hold his peace and remove this page from the report. Were he still slumbering within the tower, its existence would have filled me with sorrow, a bitter reminder of one man's unfulfilled dream. But now it's all I can do is enjoy. It shall be a pleasure to share this discovery with our friend. Oh. Well, I guess we're done with that. And I ain't talking to anybody here, so let's get the hell out. Actually, is my armor damaged? My armor is damaged, actually. I might go and do repair. Do repair for me. Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. That's why I said I kind of want to do this one because it does tie directly into the Shadowbringers questline. I could be wrong, but I think you actually have to do this alliance trade to even be able to do Shadowbringers stuff. If I remember correctly, I think this was a requirement because the story ties in together, and if you don't do this alliance trade, none of it would make any goddamn sense. And it's not entirely wrong to make people play it in that aspect, and to be perfectly honest, it actually is a really good quest line. There's a lot of good memories I have of this one. It's really boring that you can't really do the what's the word I'm looking for? I actually have caps on. I was wondering what the hell button that was. It makes me really wonder why they have, like, with the way the quests run now. Somebody put in the chat when we were talking, which was when we were doing the second one, the Cypress Tower. Nobody's done the boss mechanics since possibly 2016. So that's really where it becomes really funny. Because I did do the Heavensward one, which is the Void's Arc. Where is that? Yeah. Shadow of Mahawk. That is another one of the ones you can do that's the Heavensward version. It's not a bad one. I just didn't find it to be overly joyful. That's why when you guys look at this, I've pretty much done all the trials. Binding Coil, recorded that for you guys. This one I did off screen, the Alexander one. I don't know how much it's going to tie into the actual story, which is it's kind of weird. The Omega one, I could maybe see it tying in. Eden, even, I could see it tying in somewhere, especially if they go back to Norvrant or Norvrant. Crystal Tower it is a joy. This one was okay. I like the story in this one, but I mean, unless I record it and show it to you guys, I really don't want to talk about it. This was another okay one. This one was pretty challenging in terms of the bosses. The Nier Ultima stuff, I don't know how much I like this being an alliance trade. I really don't. Personally, and if it was me, like, I guess it doesn't really matter because they do kind of connect everything with it. Like, because that's the thing with when you play Shadowbringers. They do make mention that what world was it? The 13th became the Void. So when we go and play Crystal Tower and we go to fight that Cloud of Darkness, that's in the 13th, at least from my understanding of it is. At least that's how I think that it's supposed to go, because I think this one kind of gets into it a little bit further in discussing it, but I know these two really don't have much of a connection besides just being cool stuff. If I remember right, I think this one connects to Final Fantasy, I want to say Tactics. I think this one connects to. So I forget which Final Fantasy. I want to say Tactics. This one connects to Tactics, and this one's like its own branch of like alliance raid. So this one does. This one just, as you guys can sit there and tell, it connects to Nier Ultima. That's what I said. These ones, it feels like they kind of went away from making these like added to the story to add to it, and kind of just made them separate things that kind of tell cool stuff about other games. As I said, I think this one, if I remember correctly, does connect into the Void stuff more. So if anybody ever wants me to do it, I guess you can leave comments at the end of the Crystal Tower. If I ever see like enough stuff come up where people are like, "Yeah, Demon, go play it, play it, play it. We want to see a story." I will go play it. I have no problem redoing this one. This one was still kind of fun. I enjoyed this one. As I said, these two they're okay. I mean, they are extended content, so if you want something to do, I guess you can do them to have a little bit of fun. But I didn't enjoy them as much as Crystal Tower. And I think the reason being is the fact that the person who made Crystal Tower also was the one who did the Shadowbringers. They also had a little bit of a connection to the Stormblood stuff. If I remember correctly, I think they handled the Doma section. And I think that's why Stormblood kind of gets that, again, would get an 8 rating from me. Because it's good. I like it. It's the dungeons are challenging. There's a certain idea of it that I love. But the problem I really have with it is there's a big disconnect while you're playing it. You go from Alamigo at the start to Doma to then go back to Alamigo, and it feels like the Alamigo stuff just goes by too fast, in my opinion. The Doma stuff took forever, and I enjoyed it. Personally, if it was me, I would have made this a 5-parter. That's just me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. I would have made it a little bit longer, especially with the Alamigo stuff towards the end. Because it went way too fast, in my opinion, and I don't see you being able to conquer a goddamn territory / country that fast in my entering rights. But as I said, that's kind of what makes Crystal Tower a lot more special to me, because the Shadowbringer stuff being tied in with it is freaking amazing, man. I love it. The writer who does these, she did. I think it is a woman. She did a fantastic job. I love this. Crystal Tower is a very good alliance trade out of all 4 of these. In terms of the overall endgame content, I would say Binding is still amazing. I love Binding, and I would rank this second because the story is good, but the tie-ins are what count. That's what matters. That's what makes these things more fun. Binding Coils connects heavily into 1.0 Final Fantasy, but it also gives you a good connection with Louisoix and Alphino and Alizé, which is amazing. That tie-in is perfect. Everything just matches perfectly together, and it's amazing to play. Alexander, I don't think I remember having too much of a connection with it. It was okay. Because there's no big backstory on the Alexander thing, which I feel like hurts it a little bit in my opinion. Because there's no back to it. Omega is a different one. Omega, I like. Omega is another fun one in my opinion, because you use it to fight the guy here at the end of part 4, the dragon, and you have like kind of an idea, and then when you get into it, it's actually really enjoyable because it ties in with some of the characters, and I find it to be incredibly fun. Eden, on the other hand, I found it to be kind of boring. I don't know if anybody else felt that way. Like I just felt like the story was too sappy, and it uses Rin or Reen and one other character. I won't say who. Play it if you want to see it. If you want me to play it, leave it in the messages. And I just don't find it to be overall that enjoyable in my opinion. It didn't feel, the story didn't feel solid enough. I guess I could say it that way. It didn't feel like it was enough of a foundation was there to truly make it enjoyable, because there's no real way besides going, oh yay, we succeeded and everything's cool now and it's going to take a lot of years and it's stepping in the right direction. It's kind of like, okay, it happened that fast to get it to where it'll fix itself. That's my thing. If you play, you'll understand what I mean. I'm not going to give away stuff because if you want me to play it, I will play it. As I said, just leave messages. I can go into doing this if anybody's ever interested. I mean, but it's going to be a few people. You're going to need more than one guy coming in sitting there saying, I'm going to need a couple people, okay? A couple of you guys are going to have to get under an agreement under this to get me to convince me to replay these things. Especially Alexander. Alexander was freaking boring. I would rather play Eden than Alexander. Alexander I found to be a little bit boring. There were a couple boss mechanics I liked, but Omega was probably the most enjoyable between them. And if I had to, I wouldn't have any issues playing this one. This one was actually fun. I actually didn't like the Nier stuff. The Nier stuff was pretty boring in my opinion. This one's cool if it is a connect. If I remember it correctly, and is the connection to tactics, because I did like Final Fantasy Tactics. Never beat it, but you know I had an older brother who played the hell out of it. I'm surprised that PlayStation this still works. So I know about the game and how it runs. So I understand the fundamentals of it, and the story, if I remember correctly, was pretty damn good. From what I remember seeing. As for the trials, Four Lords was okay. It was So we're low. This one was kind of cool because of who it connects with. So I actually did enjoy this one somewhat. And I actually had to wait for updates when they were doing updates months ago to actually be able to finish it. That was actually what made me really want to play it. It like made me want to go play bad. I think Nier was kind of the same. Well, maybe not Nier. Nier made me have to do stupid like, oh, go inside this area and collect 2 things. Head back and talk to somebody. Okay, now talk to this guy, and you learn about an archive, about somebody sending you a message. Go back and do it again. Do it again. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't even understand the ending for Nier. I did not understand the ending for this one. If you make me play this, I swear to God, you're going to understand where I'm going to come at the end of it, and I'm just going to hate it. I mean, I like the tie-in. It's neat, but the story for this one made almost no sense to me. Like, I couldn't comprehend it. And I actually, whenever I did finish it and I did the ending and it was showing me what went on, I was like, about this one character. If you play, you know who I'm talking about. The one character in there who you have to go find. And you're just sitting there looking for him. It's just like, oh, he left months ago. Or just a few days ago. And he left with somebody. But when I looked at it, I went, but that doesn't make any sense. There's nothing tying in how that. And I looked at it and I was like, this is the bit. And then you combine it with having to do that stupid thing where you collect 2 things every time and go talk to somebody. It made no freaking sense. And I was done. This was boring the hell out of me. Crystal Tower has a lot of tie-ins, so this is good. This one has some stuff that's interesting in it. It is good. This one's all right. This is my opinion below average. The story made no sense. So that's my thing on that. As I said, there's a lot of stuff about Crystal Tower I like. Again, the one thing that I feel does hurt it is the fact that you don't really do the game mechanics anymore, unless you find a group of people willing to do minimum item level and silenced echo. I don't see it being a challenge for anybody, and I will say that without a doubt. The Labyrinth of the Ancients is super easy. Cypress Tower is easy. There's a couple things in there that I think could cause a wipe, and I think that could be an issue. But for the most part, it's not that bad. The only one that you actually have to worry about game mechanics on is World of Darkness, and I think it's, what is it? Average item level goes to 90, and there's no restrictions on your item stuff. So I think there's something about the bosses and it's getting increased to level 90 that makes fighting them a little bit more difficult, and you actually have to follow the game mechanics. So I mean, if you have any issues, just calm down. It's not that bad. But I would definitely say that if you wanted to and you wanted a challenge and you were in a free company full of 24 people willing to do it, I would definitely say these are probably a lot more fun and a lot more challenging if you go to minimum item level and silence echo. If you do what I did and just find random people, you basically get the easier version of it because there's no restrictions on your stuff. So your damage is going to be much higher than it probably should. And I know that's going to be an issue, by the way, because actually I'm curious how it's going to work. Is I know in Endwalker they're going to get rid of the belts for the waist, so there's going to be no belts, so they're going to have to offset by adding different armors and increasing the bonuses to certain things. and it's going to be kind of enjoyable to see where they go with that. Um, at the same time, while that's going on, um, I know with the increased level count. Now, mind you, if we play Endwalker, we're going to get an increased level count to level 90. Now, at level 80, I'm able to do the extremes, trials, for Realm Reborn. So this is all doable on extreme, right? Because you don't have to worry about it. The the Heavens Ward stuff is going to be... Actually, I'm kind of curious on how most of that's going to work. That actually will make me kind of curious how this will work. I should just be able to do all these on extreme after that, because you just kind of got to follow the boss stuff. So that's actually going to make me quite curious on how that's going to work. But overall, if anybody's wondering what I'm going to be playing after this, I have absolutely no idea. I've been thinking maybe doing another round of Vicky 2. I know I've been doing Vicky. I did Vicky 2. I don't know when this is going to get released. It's probably going to be a month from now, maybe a little bit longer. Since I've played Vicky. I did a lot of Vicky content for a little while for you guys. I know there's a lot of people that came from the Vicky 2 stuff that got me over the 100 subscriber count. Again, appreciate you guys doing that. Maybe I'll get us back into Vicky. We'll do one more Vicky round. I haven't decided who I want to play yet. There's a couple countries I could play as that could be kind of interesting. There's a few in my mind. Netherlands is a fun one. You get a little bit of the colonial stuff, which can be interesting. There's an option of playing maybe even the Ottomans. But it has a challenge of itself because you're dealing with countries that are going to want to release land to Greece and Bulgaria, I think. Those are two that are a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. A third country I was thinking of playing as was, I said Netherlands, Ottomans. What was the third one? Two Sicilies, and maybe trying to form Italy. That one's a challenge in of itself. I actually have an Italy game going on right now that I was playing. It was like maybe a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I still have the save file for it, but I reached the point where I got tired of it because all I'm dealing with is rebellion after rebellion after rebellion. And to be honest, after this, the one I was really thinking about playing was Russia. But I'm going to probably cheese it a little bit so I can be able to do things. And I know how to do it now to cheat it. Because I played Mexico and I kind of understand the idea behind it, which is there's a major issue in the game where, and I do hate it as playing Russia, which is you deal with a lot of militancy. And you have a lot of rebellions that pop up because you get stuck as an absolute monarchy. And if you don't go to war and you're not losing anything and your war militancy is going up, you're not passing reforms. So one way I think I might try to cheese it a little bit is I'm going to declare war on one of the Central Asian countries. I'm just going to see if I can force it to where I get war exhaustion so I can pass reforms. I think if I can at least get wealth voting, all the socialist stuff done, and maybe get to gerrymandering, and perhaps I don't know if I think you get, it's either appointed or I think you get appointed already. So that's probably what I'll do and see if I can get it that way. I think if I have those minimums set, then I probably shouldn't deal with too many more rebellions in the game. So it'd probably go a lot better. But unfortunately, as I always say, this game does have to come to a close at some point. Again, I love Gra in this. He's awesome. I like seeing him in this, and I love the fact that Crystal Tower is so tied into Shadowbringers. Again, I love Shadowbringers' story. I love the tying in of characters, stuff like that. It's brilliant, man. The writers for this story, for this entire quest line, tying it in with Shadowbringers, is phenomenal. It's perfect. I love it. The writers that do this are amazing. They deserve as much praise as they can get. I hope everything goes well for them when they do Endwalker. Final Fantasy Square Enix deserves it. There's a lot of good stuff these guys have done. They've come back. And I think, if, in my personal opinion, I think this is the game that should probably be a good example for other MMOs, especially, I think, WoW. I think, as most people think, WoW is going to be suffering for quite some time. I don't know how many more issues personally are going to pop up for those guys. Blizzard has a lot of issues with it. And I kind of agree when I hear people complain about it, which is a lot of people really love the game. They love the story. But every time they release stuff, they hide some of the story behind books, reading material, online stuff, comics. Maybe not comics, but I definitely know books and stuff. Like they instead of putting the content in the game that everybody can fall in love with, in taking their time, take their time to tell the story. Don't freaking rush it. It can cause so many issues. Like Realm Reborn is a it has it. So somebody put out it and brought a good example of it. And I think that's why I'll keep it. I think I originally did I rate it at a 6? I might have rated it. Wait, I gave Shadow. So wait, 9, 8, 7, 6. I would rate it as a 6, but because of coils, I would bump it to an 8. And the Louis Wall freaking cutscene can make me go to a 9 because it made me fall in love with Realm Reborn that much more. That tie-in is what a game needs, that extra story that I can play and it plays out in front of me. Instead of going, read the book and book tell you what actually happened. Book cost $30, $60. You want to pay $6 for book and read to find out what happened? Or you want to play in-game where you already pay your freaking subscriber thing? And that gets me into the fact that I really enjoyed this game. This game is amazing. The storytelling is top-notch. Again, Realm Reborn has probably the slow start because you have to learn and learn about everybody. You have to get in touch with everybody. You got to learn everybody's backstories, like all the different characters. And once you get into that and you get into Heavensward pops. You can feel the love coming into it. 8 has the mix-up between Alamigo and Doma, but neither way, if you separate that issue, it's still enjoyable. The dungeons are challenging, and it is a fun game to play. And Shadowbringers is a culmination of how you do it right. You give me good content for story. You make difficult dungeons. You make it a challenge. And you can make it a terrific game. Again, and it's the only fatal flaw for Shadowbringers, is the near stuff. Eden's okay. It's not bad. It's okay. But it's still a challenge nonetheless. These dungeons are challenging. You want a challenge, go do Eden stuff. That's fun stuff to play. The Wear Low content, again, something I enjoyed personally. The near stuff I did not like. And and that's the only thing I could say it hurt it. Because it didn't feel like it was tied in too much in terms of content, and it involved a random group of people that you had no contact with previously, so that does hurt it, in my opinion. But I feel like I've made this long enough. I don't want to hold you guys up. I know you guys have other videos, content you want to watch, other YouTubers, so simply this, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We come back, everybody, probably Vicky too, because I need something to fill up until Endwalker comes out, so that I can play the ever-living hell out of that and not have a life. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.